Welcome to the deep dive. We dig into the sources so you get the key insights. Today, we're looking at something that really affects almost all of us online: digital privacy. You always hear that phrase, don't you? Privacy is dead. But what does that actually mean, right now in 2025? Are we just being spied on? Or are we maybe giving permission without thinking?
That's exactly the core question, isn't it? Our mission today, really, is to pull back the curtain a bit. Look at how digital data collection actually works, what it means for you, its implications, which can be quite surprising. And, most importantly, give you some, well, practical steps, things you can actually do.
Okay, so this idea that privacy is basically dead, let's unpack that. What does it look like for, the average person day to day?
Well, the fundamental thing is pretty much every app you download, every website you go to, it's collecting data actively. And it's more than just the obvious stuff like your name or email. Often it's your location, like precisely where you are. Sometimes even when the app's not open, your habits online, what you look at, how long, and sometimes even inferences about, say, your mood. It gets quite detailed.
Right, and most of us, myself included sometimes, we just hit "I agree" on those terms and conditions. We don't read them, do we?
It's the classic trade-off. You want the service now, but
Right.
the consequence of just clicking agree is, well, that data gets collected, and then companies sell it.
They sell it. Okay, who are they selling it to?
Oh, the list is long. Advertisers, obviously, governments sometimes, data brokers, companies whose whole business is just compiling profiles on people, and frankly, who knows who else might end up with it down the line. It's quite an ecosystem.
Yeah, and we found this pretty wild statistic in the research. By 2024, something like over 90% of internet users were being tracked online in some form.
Nine to friend.
Think about that, over 90%. It means almost everyone is basically broadcasting their life, often without even realizing it. It's staggering.
It really is, and it flies in the face of this idea some people still have that they're somehow anonymous online. When you connect that level of data collection to the consequences, well, it goes beyond just targeted ads that seem to read your mind.
How so? What are the bigger ramifications?
Okay, so think about how this data can be used. Targeted ads are one thing, maybe annoying, but sometimes useful. But then you have things like political campaigns using your data profile to tailor messages, potentially trying to, well, manipulate your choices. Or, increasingly, this data feeds into things like credit scoring.
Your credit score, based on your browsing.
It can be a factor, yes. Or insurance premiums, even filtering job applications. It creates these sort of invisible barriers based on your digital footprint.
Wow, that's way beyond just seeing an ad for shoes you looked at. And then there's the whole other layer you mentioned, facial recognition.
Exactly. Facial recognition isn't science fiction anymore. It's increasingly common. You've got it in public cameras, obviously, on your phone to unlock it. But also, some retail stores are using it quietly to track how shoppers move, what they look at. So you could
Yep.
be identified, tracked in public, and you'd likely never even realize it was happening.
Okay, hearing all this, it does sound pretty intense, maybe a bit overwhelming. Is the situation just hopeless? Have we lost control?
No, definitely not hopeless. That's the important part. There are things, concrete things you can do, practical steps. First off, really check your app permissions. Go into your phone settings. Does that game really need access to your microphone or your contacts? Probably not. Tighten those up.
Good point. What else?
Second, think about using encrypted messaging apps. Signal is a, well, really good example. End-to-end encryption is key there. And third, consider using a VPN, a virtual private network. That helps mask your location, yes, but importantly, it encrypts your internet traffic from your device, creates a secure tunnel much harder for others to snoop on.
Right, so those are tools we can use individually, but what about the bigger picture?
That's crucial too. Beyond individual tools, you can support companies that actually prioritize privacy and support lawmakers pushing for stronger privacy laws. It's definitely a slow fight, uphill sometimes. But if we, the users, don't show we care, then who will?
It needs that collective push.
Absolutely. And underlying all of this is just awareness. Sometimes just knowing how this stuff works helps you make smarter choices. You pause before you just download another free app or click agree on everything. You question the value exchange.
Okay, great points. Now, before we finish up, let's take a listener question. This is from Sarah in New York. She asks, is deleting my social media really enough to protect my privacy?
That's a really common question, Sarah, and a good one.
But
Deleting social media accounts, it definitely helps. It stops future data collection by those platforms, reduces your active digital footprint, that trail you leave online. And this is the crucial part, the data they already collected, it doesn't just magically disappear.
Ah, right, it's still out there.
It's likely still in their databases. It might have been shared, maybe sold years ago. So deleting helps going forward, but protecting your privacy isn't really a one-and-done thing. It's more about building habits, maintaining awareness over time, not just one big move.
That makes sense. It's like, I heard someone describe privacy like a muscle. You actually have to exercise it regularly, keep it strong. It's not just a switch you flip.
That's a great analogy. It really captures it. It requires consistent effort. So, yeah, that's our deep dive into digital privacy for today. The landscape definitely has its challenges, big ones. But being aware, taking those small, consistent steps, that really is key.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. We've talked about location, habits, browsing data, but what new, maybe unexpected uses of our digital footprint might pop up in the near future? And thinking bigger, what's our collective responsibility in how that landscape evolves?